Okay, today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about tabbed browsing, we're going to talk about pop-up blockers, and we're going to talk about installing the Adobe Flash Player. Okay, first of all, let's talk about pop-up blockers. You only need one kind of pop-up blocking going on. Let's go ahead and look for the blue internet icon, which normally is either on your desktop, or click on your Start button, All Programs, and Internet Explorer. When you open up Internet Explorer, you normally have one or a number of toolbars installed. You may or may not also have the default menuing system for Internet Explorer: Help, Tools, Favorites, View, Edit, File. If you don't have that, you should at least have the default icon set. And the Tools menu is what you want to look for. On the Tools menu, look for the Pop-up Blocker. Here you can turn on and off Pop-up Blocker. If it's on, you should also have access to Pop-up Blocker settings. You also have the Internet options down at the very bottom. When you reach that point, you can go to the Privacy tab, and you will have a checkbox for turning on and off the Pop-up Blocker. If it's on, you'll have access to the settings. If it's off, you won't. You may have a toolbar installed that has pop-up blocking available. Your Yahoo toolbar, your Google toolbar, all kinds of other toolbars. In this case, I have a Hypercam toolbar, and it has pop-up blocking. In this case, pop-ups are blocked. You may also have an antivirus program, such as a virus antivirus. You may have AVG. You may have Trend Micro's Internet Security. You may have Symantec's Norton antivirus protection. They all should have some sort of malware, grayware, spyware, freeware protection. A lot of those programs have their pop-up blocking settings also. You only need one instance of it, either in your antivirus or in your browser itself. If you have more than one browser, for instance Google Chrome, you can click on the wrench, go to Options, click on the Under the Hood tab, and click on Connect Settings. Go to the Pop-ups tab. Check to see what your settings are, on or off. Mine is Do Not Allow Any Site to Show Pop-ups. I want to have pop-ups blocking in each type of browser I have, whether it's Google Chrome, Firefox, Netscape, Internet Explorer, what have you. You do want the pop-up blocking on for each of your different types of browser, unless your antivirus program covers pop-up blocking, which covers all of your browser, no matter which browser you use. If you don't have that option in your antivirus program, then you want to have pop-up blocking on for each of your browsers. If you're having problems with one of your websites that you go to or visit, something's not working, what you may want to do is turn off your pop-up blocking in that browser, or turn off pop-up blocking in your antivirus program. This could be preventing you from seeing a window that you need to see, such as one that you need to enter information into. Alright, now let's talk about tabbed browsing. Tabbed browsing is super easy in Google Chrome. Very top of Google Chrome, you'll have a plus bar. Click it, it opens a tab. Click another plus, opens a tab. Each tab is a different website. This is tabbed web browsing. In Google Chrome, if you'd like to have more than one window instead of tabbed browsing, drag that tab off of the browser and you get a whole new window for Google browsing. When you click it, that tab, that window, goes away when you click the red X. You're back to two tabs. You can also arrange these tabs in different orders. If you want a tab moved, move it over. That simple. Okay, that's tabbed browsing for Google Chrome. What about Internet Explorer? Internet Explorer is similar, but instead of having a plus sign next to it, you have this funky little new tab square. Click it. It doesn't automatically, it does. It automatically comes up as the active tab. Some browsers it may not, which means you'll have to click on it to make it active. Every active tab has its own X to close it. Just like Google Chrome, you can change the order of your tabs. If you want to save one to look at later and put it at the back of the list, you can do that. Okay. You cannot pull a tab out of Internet Explorer like you can in Google Chrome. Okie doke. Now, that covers tabbed browsing, and that covers pop-up blocking. Now, let's say Adobe Flash Player isn't working properly or a website is not working properly. First thing you want to do is uninstall your Adobe Flash Player. Click the Start button, go to your Control panel, and typically it will say Add Remove Programs for older versions of Windows. This is Windows 7. In this case, mine is my program manager, which will be Programs and Features. In your Add Remove Programs or your Programs and Features, this is where you uninstall or change programs. You want to uninstall any Adobe products that you have. The plugin player, the Flash Player, Adobe Air, Adobe Acrobat. Get rid of all those programs that are associated with Adobe, because Adobe has a glitch. Even though you can update your existing programs, when Adobe's new versions go to install on top of the old versions, they don't properly install. So the best way to do this is to remove these programs, reboot your computer, start Internet Explorer, or if you have your address bar on your taskbar, type in Adobe.com and go to the Adobe.com website. You can also enter Adobe.com up in your address bar. This is where all URLs are entered to surf the web. Click on Get Adobe Flash Player. Now, if you have a 64-bit operating system and you have 64-bit Internet Explorer, the Adobe Flash Player will not play on a 64-bit Internet Explorer. It will play on 64-bit operating systems. There are special instructions for that. Once you're at the Install Adobe Flash Player page, You can uncheck this checkbox if you don't want the free Google Toolbar. As you can see in this example, it also has a pop-up blocker, which you can turn on and off. Go ahead and click Agree to install now, either with the free Google Toolbar or without it. And you're all done.